Hi guys, today we are going to start a new chapter of mathematics, which is exponents and powers. So what do we mean by exponents and what do we mean by power? This is Pritham. Let's start. Suppose we have a number which is a to the power x. This is the general form. Now let's talk about a real form, which is, let's say 2 to the power 5. Okay, so here a is known as base and this x is known as power or exponent. Like that, here we have 2 will be our base and this is our exponent. Okay, so this is the basic idea about base and power or exponent. Now we have to learn about the properties. Now let's talk about properties. Let's see our first property. Suppose, now this is going to be our first property. Suppose we have a to the power x into a to the power y. Yeah, when the base is equal, it is going to be, first we write x and the powers are added when there is a multiplication sign. That means it will become a to the power x plus y. Okay, now let's take an example. Suppose we have 6 to the power 8 into 6 to the power 6 square. So as the base is equal, so we will write 6 to the power 8 plus 2 and finally it becomes 6 to the power 10. Yeah, let's talk about the next property. So our second property is similar to the previous one, but we're going to change the multiplication sign into a division sign. Let's see. Suppose we have a to the power x divided by a to the power y. Now see guys, the base is equal, and when the base is equal we have to write a, and as we have a division sign it will become minus. The powers, this power will be subtracted from this power, that is x minus y. Now let's take an example. Suppose we have 7 to the power 4 divided by 7 to the power 2 or 7 square. It can be written as 7 to the power 4 minus 2. That means 7 square. The final answer will be 7 square. Let's talk about the third property, which is, suppose we have a to the power m into b to the power m, where the base is different but the power is same. Then what you should do, we'll do a into b within bracket and we'll write m over here. Okay, now let's take an example. Suppose if we have 11 to the power 4 into 12 to the power 4, where the base is different, that means I can write 11 into 12 to the power 4. Okay, let's talk about the fourth property, which is, suppose if we have a to the power m divided by b to the power m, that means we have different base, we have a division sign, but the power is equal. That means it is going to become, or it can be written as a to the power m by b to the power m, and it will become a by b to the power m. This thing can be written like this. Let's talk about the fifth one. Suppose we have a to the power m within bracket to the power n, then what we should do? Here we have two powers, one over another, so we're going to write a to the power m into n. When you have this kind of situation, then the powers are going to be multiplied. Let's take an example. Let's say we have 8 square, then we have another power which is 3. Then simply we can write 8 to the power 2 into 3. That means your final answer is going to be 8 to the power 3 into 2, 6. Are you understanding? I hope it's very clear. If you have any confusion, please do comment below so that I can clear your confusion. Okay, let's take the next example. Sorry, the next property. Let's take our sixth example, which is, suppose if we have a negative exponent, then what should you do? Negative exponent means, suppose we have a to the power minus x, then it becomes 1 by a to the power x. Okay, or you can write 1 by a to the power x. Let's take an example. Suppose we have 2 to the power minus 3, then it can be written as 1 by 2. Okay, first you write the base, you make the reciprocal of this number. Okay, you make reciprocal of this number, and you will write the positive exponent over here. When you make the reciprocal, this negative exponent will become positive over here. Now let's take an example where we have fraction. Then what we should do? Suppose we have 5 by 7 to the power minus 3. Then what we should do? First you make the reciprocal of it, which becomes 7 by 5. Then you write the positive exponent, that is 3. You make the reciprocal, you make the positive exponent. Yeah, you write the reciprocal, you write the positive exponent. It's done. It's done, guys. It's very easy. I hope you have understood. Now let's talk about the second property, which is my favorite, which is x to the power 0. When we have a base and we have the exponent as 0, it becomes 1. Do you know, guys, why? Let's talk about this. Before we start explaining why x to the power 0 is 1, let's take an example first. Like, if we have 2 to the power 0, it becomes 1. If we have minus 2 to the power 0, it becomes 1. If we have any fraction like this to the power 0, it becomes 1. And if we have a negative fraction like this, minus half to the power 0, it becomes 1. Now the question arises, why? Let me explain this for you. Okay, now let me explain you guys why x to the power 0 is 1. I'm talking in general, so as we have x as our base, so I can write x, and in place of 0 I can write a minus a, right? Because a minus a becomes 0. When you subtract a number from the same number, we get 0. So 0 can be written as a minus a, right? Now, as we have a subtraction sign, that means there must be a division sign. When I write like this, x to the power a divided by x to the power a, right? So when we have x to the power a divided by x to the power a, it can be written as x to the power a by x to the power a, or any number when it is divided by the same number we get 1. It is as simple as that, right? So these are all the properties. We have done all the properties from this chapter. In the next video we're going to start the exercise. Okay, so this is the reason. I hope you enjoyed the session, and if you guys like what you see, please subscribe and hit the like button because it gives me motivation. And if you have any confusion regarding any of the properties, please don't hesitate to comment below. I will reply within 24 hours. It's my personal guarantee. Okay guys, see you guys in my next video. Till then, keep learning. And of course, in the next video I am going to do a lot of interesting sums where you can learn a lot of things. Thank you.